Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How are you this evening? Hello, hello, hello. Come on in. Come in. Check in for me. Come on in. Check in. Come on in. Check in. We're going to talk this talk tonight. Welcome to Tea Talking Tuesdays with Theresa J. Um, I, I'm on TikTok as well as on Facebook. So don't take it strange or think it's strange as if I'm talking to two different audience because I am. So we are going to sip some tea tonight. I hope you have your tea ready. If you don't have your tea, take a moment and get your tea. Thank you for joining. Not only do you join on TikTok, but I want you to follow me. Follow me and I will follow you back. Hello, Kiera. Listen, sweetheart, I am going to eventually invite you on the screen. I have a passionate topic that I will be talking about today. It's going to be called Let's Power Up. We're getting ready to power up. So TikTok, bear with me because this would only be my second live. Facebook, you guys are used to me. Check in, check in. I need you guys to check in. Check in with me. Tell me where you are checking in from. Hello, Michelle. How are you, my sister? I appreciate your ongoing support. Listen, Facebook is really have been supportive, and I'm just trying to build my TikTok audience. So if you guys can share this video to a friend, because I promise you it's going to bless you. I am Theresa, Pastor Theresa, Holmes Prophetess, anointed by God, but I do not, hear me out, get caught up in the religious act of church. What do I mean by that? I'm not against church. I'm against the religious acts, okay? Where if it's not done this way, then it's not God's way. Everything is biblical, but I am a very transparent individual. I meet you where you are, right? I meet you where you are. So tonight, we were supposed to feature a couple, a married couple. Unfortunately, they had to tap out. So TikTok, I'm looking for some power couples. Kiara, I would love to feature you and your husband because you guys are young, but you are a power couple. So listen, check in. Hello, check in for me. We met on Saturday evening. I hope it was a great encounter. I hope that when we met, I didn't, turn you off because I'm still human, guys. Do you know that I am a servant of the Lord? I am saved, but merely by grace only. I promise you, it's not by works. I promise you, it is by the grace of the Lord. So this platform is a platform that God has given me. It's Tea Talking with Theresa J. I am married. My married name is Holmes, so you can find me on Facebook. But my maiden name is Jones, and I tend to like how that sounds. It just has a ring to it. One is important than the other. I enjoy being a wife. I am going to be 50 years old, as you guys know on Facebook. I'm TikTok. I am a woman of wisdom. What does that look like, and why do I say a woman of wisdom? Because I have experience. When you have experience, right? And it depends on how you come out of those experiences. It can help you, right? Be a virtuous woman or a man of wisdom, but I'm a woman. I am a wife to an awesome husband. My husband is not in leadership. I am in leadership. It's just what it is. I get what they said in the epistles. I get what Paul says, but people don't understand that Paul was talking to the church of Corinth, because he wanted to get the church back in order. Guys, I'm not preaching tonight. I'm just giving this introduction to TikTok. Y'all hang in there for me on Facebook, okay? Hang in there. Hang in there. We're going to power up tonight, okay? Tag a friend. So he just wanted to get the order of the church, back in place, and women were spearheading because men were out doing their own thing. They had a whole little boys club going on, and they put the women out front to do their work while they did their bidding in the boys club. But that's neither here nor there. Can I get some taps on the screen? I need you guys. I need you to get me to that 3K like, because I need more people to be able to get on this live. So now that we have given the introduction, I am a very transparent individual. I know I can be very loud. That's just the way my voice box is set up. Get your tea, get your tea, get your tea, get your tea. I am having chamomile tea because I need to get some rest tonight. I'm having chamomile with ginger and mango. Are you guys ready over here? Oh, it was my pleasure as well. Hello. See, I have on my bling from Love Monk, which is a paparazzi bling. And then I have on some earrings from a regular store. It's fashion. Listen, I don't prank. I don't act. And my sister from another mother blessed me yesterday with this ring. Listen, I am so real. I don't have time for the fake it till you make it. Because, baby, while you faking it till you make it, you just might break it. But here we go. So my topic tonight, I want to talk about a couple of things. But it's about powering up. Tea Talking with Theresa. We're going to sip some tea. It's going to be very transparent, but we're going to talk about powering up tonight. And I want to talk about sisterhood. Tag a friend. Come on now. Get your friends on in here. These girls that you say your home girls, you say your ride or die, get them in here. Get them in here because I'm going to help y'all. Y'all ready? I'm going to help you. Get your friend in here. So we're going to talk, because one of the things that I've noticed is that we lack friendship. We lack sisterhood amongst the brethren. But we're sisters, right? I love my ring. Y'all, I love this ring. So we lack friendship, right? And what do I mean by that? Sisterhood are not really sisterhooding these days. You get what I'm saying? It's a lot of competing going on. So I just want to talk about what you guys feel about friendship. What does that look like to you? Tell me your meaning. Put it up on the screen. What is your meaning of a sister, of a homegirl, of a sis? See, a sis is anybody to me. A sis, I just met you. Hey, sis. Right? But my sissy is someone that I expect to hold me accountable when I'm wrong, right? My sis is somebody that I can call and say, sis, this is what the diagnosis is, and they're not picking up the phone calling they homegirl. You get what I'm saying? And betraying me. You feel me? Right? Because we got a few of those. I'm gonna tap on some heads tonight. See, I get a hammer, but see, my hammer gonna be wrapped in velvet, but I'm gonna tap on some brains tonight. I'm gonna tap on some heads tonight. Listen, some white meat might be showing tonight, but I'm gonna do it with love. So now tell me your meaning of friendship. Come on. I want you to make sure you invite a friend, tag a friend. So now we have these so-called sisterhoods. We build these groups. We build these audience of people. And we think that they got our back, right? We think they got our back. Or even a sister, you might have a homeboy. You think he got your back, right? You think they have your better interest, but they don't. Hello, Courtney, how are you? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about how, there are a lot of things that come up in friendships, in sisterhood. What is sisterhood, right? What is it? Could somebody tell me what it is? If not, I'll tell you. To me, sisterhood is somebody that is always going to have my better interests, even if it hurt my feelings. They're anointed. They are anointed to be my friend. They're anointed to love me. They're anointed to hold, come on, me accountable. They're anointed to hold what? The capacity of my pain. Come on. That's a sister to me. A sister does not envy me. A sister is not jealous of me. I'm not jealous of my sister, right? I'm not checking for my sister's man behind her back. I'm not coveting my sister's life. You get what I'm saying? Low key. I'm loyal, right? Because I talk about me. Because one thing I do is I give out what I expect to get back. People say you shouldn't do things expecting. That's a lie. You put money in the bank, you expect that you can go to the ATM and withdraw the money when you're ready, okay? When you're ready. But also know that there's limits. Hello, hello, hello. Check in for me. Check in. So now we have these friendships, right? I got some things written down because I'm not going to be all over the place. I'm going to hit some houses. I'm going to hit some houses, right? Somebody to go through with you through the good and bad. Not somebody that's secretly being your friend. What does that look like? They're your friend when they are with you. But then when they're around others, they talk about you like a dog. Child, let me tell you about her. She can't even pay her rent. Girl, did you hear what happened with her? With the kids at school? I wouldn't be surprised if they take her kids. Friends do not betray one another's. You said friends that are beneficial, and I agree with you. But that being beneficial has to go both ways, right? This is the thing. When I like to use the banking system, right? When I put my money in there, right, into the bank, 250,000 of it is secured by what? FDA, what is it? FD, whatever. Okay, y'all know what I'm talking about. So if the bank is hijacked, they're only going to cover a certain amount of money. But I do know that this bank has insurance on my money. So that's any friendship. I need to make sure that you friending like I need you to friend, right? After we're praying and we're fasting, after we're hanging out, or I've shared some intimate situations with you, you're not calling your mama. You're not pillow talking with your man. Because if I wanted your man to know my business, I would have called your man myself. But I didn't call your man. I call you. So yes, I do agree. Someone to go through the good and the bad. Come on, where y'all at over here? Come on. Don't just watch. Don't be a spectator. Let's talk about this. What do real friendship look like? Right? Somebody that I love this thing with holding people accountable. I feel like we should hold people accountable to be good people. I'm going to hold you accountable as my friend. And one of the biggest things is that I keep saying, and I'm going to keep saying, hello, Raven. How are you, handpicked? Oh, by God, that's good right there. Hi, Kay. Join. I want you to follow me, and I will follow you back. But we're talking about friendships, so I need the ladies to join in. Let's talk about this. Friends don't hide your friendship. Get you some tea. You have friends nowadays, they will friend you to particular people. But then if they have a friend, a mutual friend that don't really care for you, oh my goodness, they are open to having conversations. My friends already know. Hello, Alicia. Yes, an authentic person that you can talk things out and be biased. I listen without being biased. Yes. I love that. Yes, Debbie, loyal. Yes. TikTok ain't talking to me, so I'm going over here to Facebook. So somebody that's loyal, what does loyalty look like? What does that look like? Somebody you could use? No, because I'm not getting ready to allow you to manipulate and use me. I'm not getting ready to do that, right? But I am open, right? Someone that will pray for you when you need them to pray for you. That is led by God to give you godly advice. I love this response. I love this response. We lack real friends nowadays. You know why? Because people are not happy within themselves. The self-esteem level of women, and unfortunately, I'm not targeting us, Black women with the divide and conquer, the colorism, the light skin versus the dark skin. Come on, we're going to talk about it. Because I've heard people say, oh, you're light skin, girl. They're jealous of you. The devil is a liar. Because, baby, listen, my chocolate, baby, I'm dipped in decorative chocolate. Listen, you got to have that about yourself. You have to feel and believe that you're wonderful and marvelously made. Why are we competing? Why are we competing? Listen, I have a light-skinned sister. I have a dark-skinned sister. Like, come on, we're still sisters. But I do know that people will pin you up against one another in competitions. Come on, y'all, don't just spectate. Talk to me. Share the video. Come on, talk to me and share the video. So yes, people have a bad habit of not being really good friends. And one of the things I noticed, controlling. I thank the Lord for that one. Because I said, why do I continue to hear this word controlling? I'm not controlling. And the Lord said, it's not that you're trying to control, but you have an alpha spirit. You have an alpha spirit, Theresa. So you can give your opinion and you strongly believe in your opinion and it can come off as controlling. Uh-oh. They're not going to tell you that. Is the pastor going to tell you that? Listen. Gang. So sis, listen, was between a thin line of control and not controlling. I come to help somebody. So because I have an alpha spirit, because I'm a woman of wisdom, and I thank God for having education and have experience in life, but I don't know everything. And like you said, Alicia, we have to make a decision to agree and disagree without being biased. We have to say, you know what, sis, I respect your opinion, and not get all puffy and like, no, I know what I'm talking about. Because listen, I'm a great debater. I love apologetics. That's to defend the word of God, using the word of God. But it shouldn't draw you to fist fighting. It shouldn't draw you not speaking anymore. So the Lord allowed me to hear that, right? Controlling. And I said, I'm so sick of people saying I'm controlling. I'm not controlling. I started getting offended. And the Lord said, you're not controlling, but your opinion can seem like you being a little bit of a bully, sis. Ain't no bullies there ain't no bullies in the saints. The saints ain't bullies, are they? Are they bullies? The saints are not bullies, right? And I do agree that when people are hurt and have dealt with different traumas in their lives, hurt people will hurt people, right? But that's not always the case, right? Intentionally, right? But when you are not healed, you will bleed on the people. So if you're not careful, you will hurt someone. Yes, and a young lady here, Belinda said, I hope to be your friend, supporter. Let's become TikTok friends. Let's do it. Follow me and I'll follow you. Because I only want, come on, y'all didn't catch that? I only want to follow people that's open to following me. Why do one person always feel like they have to be the leader in everything? Right? And because I have a leader spirit, sometimes that was me too. That was me. Feeling like I need to be a leader. Feeling like I need to be pretty much in control. That's what it boils down to, right? That's tight. That's tight. But we're going to talk over those friendships. Hi, Debbie. Today, people want you to be there for them wholeheartedly, right? But when it comes down to you, come on, balls down, they're not there for you. Friendship is a two-way street. That's what it is. It's a two-way street, right? And I just really thank God, and you are correct. Yes, the Holy Spirit is correct. It's bullying. And that's what the Lord gave me today. He said, Theresa, because you have a strong personality, it can come off as bullying. You ain't getting ready to bully the people, are you? But and a lot of it is not bullying also. It's other people's lack of security. So it's a duality, right? It's a duality. So you're not always wrong, but you're not always right. So in friendships, I feel like people are not real. People are not really friends. You have people that come into your life with an agenda. And that agenda oftentimes is to use you up. It's to get whatever they want to get out of you. And then when they're done, they're done. Good evening, cousin. Good evening. How many people are looking for friendships that they can serve in? I'm a servant. I serve my friends, right? But I need my friends to do the same. Another thing that I noticed that can ruin friendships is lies, right? People feel the need to tell lies, right? Which then causes them to have a competitive spirit. And they are now competing with one another in friendship. They're now competing, right, with lies. You know, people, what does this lie look like? You're lying about your income. I don't care about your income. Your income does not benefit me. Like, listen, what the money that you make, and people always trying to name drop, oh, my friend is this one, and I'm friends with, I'm just going to say Biggie Smalls, he dead and gone. I like to be funny sometimes. I can be real facetious. So that means nothing to me. That means nothing to anyone that you know someone. The better person to know in his deity would be God. It would be Jesus. It would be the Holy Spirit. Get to know them, and then we can talk. Okay? Because that's the only thing that I'm impressed by. Because one of the things I know, one day we can have it, and the next day we will not have it. Yes, and I agree with you, Sandy. Friendships are not a competition. Do you know? Can I be honest with you? I've heard grown women say that competition is okay. I don't have that type of energy. Listen, I'm a sore loser, right? So if you notice me, anybody that know me personally, I don't really play a lot of games because I'm not into the whole competing and losing and all of that, right? But then people merely utilize friendships to compete. I've had women that I meet give me their resume. Just meeting you. I don't care if you touched $1 million. Listen, I'm not making this up. I have this business, I have that business, what I do for a living. And in my brain, on overload with the fluff, they sound like they from Snoopy. Wah, 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 wah. Because friendships should not be about your resume. And I get it. You want to attract like-minded people. So if you're like-minded, right, the universe is going to pick up your like-mindedness, right? So I come to help somebody. And I agree, I'm not competing with anyone because it's just too much. And one of the things I notice with friends, it's hard to really be vulnerable around your friends. I feel like sisterhoods should be safe space. A sisterhood should be a safe space. Why I'm not feeling safe? Why I don't feel like even though I am a pastor, I am a prophetess, right? And I'm with other leaders, that I can't be safe in my space without you trying to judge me, because your sin ain't open. You ain't openly, hello, Charlie, hello, son. You're not openly sinning, right? But you want to measure up what I'm doing. You want to measure up what I got going on. Do you know that people have friended me in the past just to get a report on me? There are people that hung around me in the past just to see what I do in my home. There are people that have come into my home and never returned a phone call after that. Because they came in here with their judgmental spirit. And yes, I agree, Melinda. Like-mindedness is the key, y'all. They talking to me on TikTok now. Hello, they talking to me now. I'm waiting for somebody to talk to me. They're talking to me on Facebook. So yes, I want to, and I agree. I agree with you, Debbie. Debbie says on Facebook she want to see everybody win. So now we talked about the bullying. If you're not careful, your opinion, right? I'm guilty of that. Listen, how many leaders are going to tell you that I have been guilty of bullying without knowing that I'm bullying them? Because I give my opinion or I give my advice feeling as if my advice is law, right? And then you come off as a know-it-all. What they said, nobody likes a know-it-all, okay? So even though you may have knowledge, but sometimes people don't want your opinion. They just want your presence. Okay, did anybody catch that, Jim? Did anybody catch that, Jim? People don't always need you commenting on whatever they got going on in their lives, right? Because I've always been a person that feel the need to fix it. Masters in divinity, you get what I'm saying? 4 classes away. Counseling, come on, a bachelor's in human service, a bachelor's in theology, an associate's degree, right? You see what I'm saying? In human service. So we want to be Mrs. Fix It, Theresa. Fix all. One size fit all. And you are correct, Lakeisha. We should just have a listening ear. But oftentimes we can't do that because we come with a judgmental spirit, right? So now, mistrust. We talked a little bit about mistrust. Why, when a friend tell you something, you discussing it with your mama? You discussing it with your baby daddy. That's your baby daddy. That's not my baby daddy, right? You discussing it with your husband. Do you know, me being in leadership, when someone come to me, it is not my obligation, right? Or my job to tell my husband your personal business, because it's your personal business. I've seen people discuss other people's personal business at a table full. Family discussion on people's business that they've entrusted them with. I agree, Alicia. Sometimes it could be our delivery. And you're being honest. You said sometimes you can have a harsh delivery. Do you know, Alicia, I was there, but even now the Lord is working with me, right? Because my delivery could come off, once again, controlling, right? It doesn't take you to rebuke an elder. It's out of order that you rebuke an elder, right? You bring it to God, and God will deal with the heart of the elder. Do y'all know God dealt with my heart? Because I kept hearing this controlling, and your personality is strong, and it could be overwhelming, and da 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 da, right? And then I was offended, like, okay, my personality is overwhelming until you need something from me. When you need somebody to kick in a door, then my personality is suitable for you. You see how real I am? When you needed somebody, listen, I ain't been saved my whole life. When you needed somebody, see, I'll talk to them over here. When you needed somebody to help you put sugar in his tank, I was all right. I was fit for the job. My personality was good. Right? As long as it suits you. As long as it suits you. Right? So now, mistrust. You're supposed to trust your friend enough that they will say, you know what, sis? You could be unbearable, right? In your strength. Or matter of fact, that was a little harsh, even the way I just came off to myself. But you see how I give the dose to myself? But it's a difference when people give it to you and they don't love you, or they're not giving it in love. They're trying to chin check you. Because do you know you got friends that can't wait to check you, right? You do know that, right? You got friends that, oh, baby, when you get on their nerves, when you get on their last nerves, when you get on their last nerve, they gonna chin check you. They gonna chin check you. I don't want y'all to go nowhere because I'm going to invite a few people from TikTok on the screen because I want to talk about it. The expectations of these friendships, right? Mistrust. People sharing things with you that is devastating in your life. Why do I know your friend, man, cheated on her? Why do I know that? And you want me to trust you with my business? You talk about your own family like a dog. Listen, a whole dog. Okay? Why would I trust you with my information? I have people talk about their own relatives. How do you allow people or yourself to talk smack about your family member, right? Anybody that's willing to listen. Now, don't get me wrong. When I don't want to vent, I have particular friends that are mature, because that's another thing. Make sure your friend is mature, because you could choke your friend out. You could choke your friend out. Listen. I was talking to one of my sisters today. I love me some Michelle. Listen, I love me some Kelly. I love me some pudding, right? But there are certain things that I will say to maybe Michelle that somebody else will get a knot in their throat. There's some things that I could say to Kelly, right, that would cause maybe Michelle to get a knot in her throat, right? And then my sister Pudding, I know with my sister Pudding, I gotta handle Pudding with love and care. Cause listen, my sister Pudding, she for the streets. Listen, my sister Pudding, she can get gangster. You see what I'm saying? So I gotta be careful. You know why? Because I may say to one of my friends, my husband is doing this, my husband is doing that, right? And don't claim, oh, marriage is personal business, because y'all talk too. Ain't nobody exempt, and ain't nobody paying no therapist to talk. But if you got that, you could say, girl, because my husband got a coworker. He got my husband's an older gentleman. He got two older coworkers. My husband chit chats. Listen, and look, I know my little ears be ringing. I know, because my husband and I, we've talked, and my husband said, yes, I talked to so-and-so at work about what happened, and, he let me know I was wrong, right? Sometimes you need somebody to tell you you wrong. Why? Listen. Why do you want to hang around people that agree with everything you say? Hey, Theresa, how are you? Why do you want to hang around somebody that agrees with everything you say? Right? And that's how mistrust come in, because people, they're fake. Unfortunately, y'all, we are living in the season of the fake, right? Listen, they think we still in COVID because they still got the mask on. And listen, they still got on the mask. They still being fake. You feel me? Because sometimes you don't know what a person look like. You don't know what a person's saying behind the mask. Some people can't wait to hang up with you to betray you. Girl, listen, she ain't got no food in her refrigerator. Child, she need to clean her house. Girl, I'm so sick of. And look at this. Let me show you this. And I know this has happened to people because women talk to me. People have shared what they have. People battle with depression or they battle with anxiety, and they've shared it with friends. And friends have literally cut them off because they go, it's just too much negativity for me. I can't deal with all that. That's just too much negativity. I just don't want it around me. I'm trying to protect my peace until it's your time. Oh, what happens to protecting your peace now, little butterfly? Because guess what? Your day gonna come. Your day is gonna come when you're gonna need someone to hold your secret, right? Your day is gonna come when you need to have someone that you can trust. Come on, I love it, y'all. Keep putting them loves up on the screen. Keep putting them loves. Tap, tap, tap. Share the video. Share the video. So now this mistrust can cause a lot of things. Like no one wants to be betrayed. Who wants to be betrayed? Betrayal, it just does something to me. Let me tell you what is betrayal to me. Something so minute, something so small. Your friends, right? Because we're all adults. You can't tell people who to be friends with. You're friends with an enemy of mine, right? And instead of redirecting my enemy, because it's not your enemy, right? It's an enemy of mine because the Bible declares that we will have enemies. They're called adversaries. It's either you for me or you're against me. It's either hot or cold. There's no lukewarm. Because listen, I got a God spirit. I spew you out my mouth. Okay? And see, that's what that you see what I'm saying? Y'all pray for me. So now you're allowing your friend to talk about me. You're allowing, right, family members to talk about me. But you don't stay off my phone. You're secretly in my inbox. You're constantly talking to me, but don't nobody know. Ooh. Oh, y'all better get your tea. Y'all ready? No one knows that we're even cool. People will hide the fact that they even rock with you. People will hide the fact, right, that they really love you. They will get with people and they'll be like, girl, you know how she is. Girl, that's just how she is. Listen, my friends will tell you this. If you start talking about one of my friends, I go, we ain't doing that. My family members know. You start talking about my family, oh, we ain't doing that. I have offended, right? Family members because I've defended other family members. When they stop talking to me for 2 years because I defend them, but then them two back cool. And I'm on the outs. Betrayal. There goes that betrayal. There we go. There we go. And I agree with you, Cynthia. Betrayal is a deal breaker for me. It's a deal breaker. And you're correct. It tarnishes the friendship. Because I agree with you so much, Charlie. It tarnishes the friendship because people are double-minded in their friendship with you. We're talking about sisterhood, and guess what? We ain't even gonna make it about just sisterhood. It's about brotherhood. I feel like sisters are not really being sisters, right? I feel like men do it better. I feel like men are better to one another. You see what I'm saying? Men will have their spat, and then they'll move on. Unless that man is sassy. If he's a sassy butt, then you can expect that he gonna go back and tell everything you say. He gonna go back and tell everything you do. He gonna be a towel bearer. He gonna make Facebook posts about you. Listen, he gonna come for that neck because he's a queen too. He's sassy, right? So we just talking about mistrust. I feel like this. The biggest thing for me in a relationship is mistrust and betrayal. For me to hear someone tell me that a friend is slandering my name. Why is the friends slandering the name? You have friends that will give a disclaimer to people about you. Oh, I know I'm in the house. Oh, I'm going to be on toes. They will give a disclaimer about you, right? Before you step into an event. You know how people go, girl, who coming to the party? Girl, who coming? I can't stand people that do that. Girl, you'll be there. I can't stand who coming, who gonna be there. What difference does it make? We're all adults. Grow up. This is not kindergarten. This is not first grade. We're not doing that. Why you need to know who coming? Are you coming? That's all we need to know. Okay? We should be adults that we can sit around each other and be cordial. Right? It's gonna be 100 people in one spot, and you worrying about one person. Grow up. We are not in kindergarten. Yes, they be sassy. Them men be sassy, honey. Listen, I told this one guy, I said, he said, you are cutting me. Oh, and you are cutting me in the line. I'm like, well, I didn't know I was cutting you. My bad, because the line kind of going all kind of ways. I said, but you real sassy now, ain't you? Not the pastor. The pastor ain't calling people sassy. Listen, y'all better pray for me. Y'all better pray. Listen, I ain't one of them ones that God chose in the beginning. I'm the leftover disciple. I'm the misfit. That's who I am. I speak the truth. Listen, you're going to get the truth, Rufus, over here. You're going to get that real dirty over here. We ain't getting ready to shout through it. We ain't getting ready to speak in tongues past it. Listen, we ain't getting ready. Listen, you offend me, don't you call me saying, if I offend you. It's getting hot in here. Let me get my church fan. It's getting hot. It's getting hot. Y'all got your tea? It's getting hot. If I offended you, baby, you gotta see me on the other side of that phone. Ooh, let's see. Let me act like I got a phone. Let me find a phone over here. Yeah, it's my phone for today. Put you on mute, and I'll be talking trash. What you mean if you offend me? You know you offended me. What you talking about, Willis? You know what you did, and I know what you did. Y'all know my favorite saying, last summer. Stop playing with me. There's nothing that say we have to be chumps. Listen, Jesus told the woman that was eating the crumbs from the table. She said, woman, you eat the children's bread, the children's crumb like a dog. Listen, they kept saying, Peter said that they call you this, God. They call you that, Jesus. He said, well, Peter, listen. I know what they saying, but who do you say that I am? You got to chin check your friends. I get what they saying, but who do you say that I am? Because there are people that in front of you, they love you. They boo. This is how I do. I'm public with mine. And let me tell y'all, people say, oh, y'all get caught up in that social media. Let me tell you about social media. Listen, social media expose you. I love the stories. I love the reels. I love TikTok. Because it tells you view my story. It tells me you view my video, but you didn't like it. What is nothing to like about Jesus? What is there not to like? Because now we got this problem of jealousy. I'm hitting the jealousy house. I'm hitting the envy house. And jealousy and envy comes up because, right, their lack of security within themselves, their insecurities about themselves start to rise up. Listen, it took me a long time to love everything about me. I've always been a person of high confidence, right? But I didn't love that God made me a bold person. I didn't love, right, that when I step up in the room, I suck up all the oxygen in the room. Listen. I was talking to my sister on the phone today, and listen, by the time I finished talking to my sister Michelle, we had church. Listen, tell them, Shelly, we had church today. I said, people don't like me, right? They don't like you. I want to say this about me. They don't like you because the Bible declares that greater is he that is in you than he that is in the world. Some people act like they're not in the world, but they really still in the world. Because when you step in the room, it exudes who they claim that they are serving. I know wherever I go, God's going to show up. So I used to have a problem with people not liking me because the oil was seeping out of my pores. Oh, she cocky, ain't she? She cocky. The Bible says, be bold, for I am bold. But be holy, to be set apart now, for I am holy still. Don't do it because I give you the word, baby. I'm going to drop that word on you. Me and my sister was talking, tell her, Michelle, we were talking today, and I was saying that the Lord is allowing my life. He is allowing my life to preach to me. And as my life is preaching to me, he's healing me. Do you know that love heals? But when you can't find, see this here, searched all over, can't find nobody. I can't sing. I look high and low, still can't find nobody. Where you at, sis? Because I can't find you. Where you at? I can't find you. Tap the screen. Love, 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 love. Where you at? You ain't loving me. So guess what? I got to speak life over myself. I was telling my sister today, I know where I'm going. I said, girl, the Lord was just speaking to my life. He said, listen, you ain't been through hell for nothing. Listen, I'm going to use you. When I get through, listen, making you bulletproof. See, because listen, people always say, he won't put more on you than you could bear. Y'all know that's not biblical, right? Pull it up in the Bible if it is. If not, then quit it. Pull it up. Pull it up where it says he won't put more on you than you can bear. And I will stand to be corrected. I ain't bullying y'all. I promise you. That bullying is over. That trying to be in control is over. Come on. When you think you're the Lord over every situation, it's over. That part of my life is over. God is healing me. He's healing me from my brokenness with my own testimony, with my own life. God is healing me from broken places, right? Through my brokenness. What does that look like? I said, it's a shame that people will mistake you as a witch. TikTok, y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. But they will get online with the witch. Because y'all be getting prophetic words from the witches. Y'all be getting prophetic words from the witches. Because let me break it down to you. Listen. Because they have a call on their life to see, okay, come on, to foreknow, okay, or to foreknow. But I'll teach y'all on that one day. We're going to teach on the prophetics, okay? To foretell, that's to see something in the future. But because the Holy Spirit told me to help y'all up in here today. But to fourth no is a form of, this is what the Lord is showing me, and this is where you need to be corrected. This is where you need to come out of agreement. Okay? But y'all letting the soothsayer and the sorcerer prophesy to you. And I said to my sister, somebody like me step up in the place, they go, she's a witch. She's haughty. She's a witch. And the whole while, I'm sent by the Lord. Because wait for it. This was the word for today. This was the word for today. If you on Facebook, go to Theresa Holmes, TheresaHolmes, and you're going to be blessed by that live. Because when Jesus went to his own, not only did he go to his own, but when he came back, come on, he came back with power. He came back with permission. He came back with provision. And honey, when he died, he came back with revival. And guess what? Prior to that, he went to his own, and his own received him not. They said, kill Jesus and free Barabbas. I don't have to prove if I'm qualified. Because whoever the Lord calls, he qualifies. You understand? But guess what? One of the things I love about the call is I'm not called to everybody. I just might not be your cup of tea. Move on. Move on. So now jealousy. You're jealous of somebody's oil. Because what I put up here on this paper, everyone is not anointed to be your friend. Everyone does not have your best interest. Everyone is not faithful in friendship. Everybody does not have the capacity. Yes, that's witchcraft. Everybody does not have the capacity to hold you, baby. They're going to drop you in midair, baby. They're going to drop you in midair. Because everybody don't have what it takes to hold your oil. So what happened is they become competitive. I've had a young lady say to me, y'all, say this to me. Why you? Why God chose you? I asked God why he chose you. What's so special about you? Why he chose you? Did I hear the anger in your voice? Because God chose me to be a part of the elective, right? To be part of his election. But do you know what it means to be elected by God, sis? Why you hating? Man, baby, you ready? Listen, y'all better get on, because this boat get ready to take off. It's going to be some man overboard. Listen, if you don't got your life jacket on, you get ready to drown up in here. You get ready to drown. You want my anointing, but you didn't want to go through the abuse that I went through. You didn't want to go through the trauma that I went through. You didn't want to go through rejection, but you want my oil. Oh, everybody loves you and everybody hates Chris, but you want my oil. You jealous of my oil. You were invited on every trip. You wasn't told that if she go on a trip, I ain't going. And people have to choose them over you. But you mad about my oil? Baby. Prepare to be angry. Be prepared to be angry. I come to help somebody today. Hello, Tawana, my sister. I pray that this is blessing you. Nicole, I pray that this is blessing you. Because see, sometimes you're looking for a word, right? Sometimes y'all be looking for a word, but God will send T talking with Theresa. Listen, that hood baby, I'm straight from the hood. Send that hood baby to tell you, listen, everybody ain't gonna pop trunks with ya. Everybody ain't gonna put sugar in tanks with ya. When the police come, I know this for a fact because it been done to me. Young stealing out of stores get caught. Not only was I in there stealing for me and them and their kids and my kids, them niggas wrote a statement on me. Ooh, y'all ready for the tea? Oh my God. Oh, I ain't gonna give it all to you because you're gonna have to buy the book. You're going to have to buy the book, baby. But not only did you turn me in, right? I almost literally could have had brain damage because you was running so hard out of the store that you knocked me over. And I hit my head on concrete. But when you're in the wrong place, doing the wrong things, there is consequences behind your choice. Go watch the live. Go watch the live. Hit my head on concrete. And do you know they jumped over me? They ran over me, got in their car, and proceeded to drive off. And everybody hates Chris. Oh, y'all better sip this tea. I better sip this tea because I need to make sure I'm hearing from the Lord or what to say and what not to say. Because, baby, they going to watch the replay. They watching, too. And they going to be pissed off. But tea talking with Theresa is ordained by God. All the hell I've been through. See, not only does God elect you, not only does God choose you, but he elects you for the heat. He elects you to be the dummy in the car crash. He elects you to survive the blows. He elected you that he will give you more than you can bear. Because guess what? It is not you that's working. It is the work of God in you. It's God's work. Do you know? Listen, I ain't come to preach, but I'm going to help somebody today. You're going to be free today under the voice of Tea Talking with Theresa. It is by only God that fall didn't cause me to lose my whole brain. I hit my head on the concrete several times. Could have been cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, but let's talk about it. Didn't nobody know that, though. Didn't nobody know that, though. And wait for it. Wait for it. Did I get arrested? Absolutely. Listen. Police went to one address list looking for me. Guess what the people do? Y'all ready? Uh-oh. They gave them my address. Do you think I would ever give the police your address? They ain't coming to arrest me. Y'all listen, I ain't been saved my whole life. Listen, nobody got to expose me on the internet because I'm going to do it. But I thank the Lord. Even though the way the enemy tried to set me up, because see, the enemy can put things in your heart. The enemy can put you through situations, because come on, pressure bust pipes to get you out there when there's a need. You young and you stealing. And there's consequences behind your choice. I ain't mad, y'all. I ain't mad no more. Come on, tap the screen. Love, 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 love. I am not mad anymore. Get arrested. Tell my mother, go in my closet. Because see, whenever I did the crime, I had the money to get bailed out. And I always was prepared to do the time. But I always have money. Because if you go to jail, baby, and you mad because this so-called friend ain't put money on your books, baby, you ought to be mad. Listen, you ought to be mad. You know why you ought to be mad? Because you sat there and you waiting on somebody to secure your bag. I'm going to secure my own situation. And that's where that control factor come in. Because I always want to control the narrative. And I said, Lord, what you mean? Like, what? Control? I don't control nobody. Don't worry about me. And the Lord is saying, yes, even you can't control your narrative, right? Because God is in control. When you get to that place and you say God is sovereign and he's really in control, you won't rely on these fake friends. Because let me tell y'all, I'm big on talking about the fake friends, y'all. You got friends that they'll be like, hey, boo, hey, sis, hey, boo. But when you go to their page and you go, hey, boo, they go, hey. Ain't no hey, boo. Ain't no hey, sissy. Ain't none of that. Ain't none of that. Because in public, they don't let people know that they really got you. In public, they don't let people know they really got you. No, what they doing is they giving disclaimers. They running down all your flaws. Running them down. I hope I'm helping somebody today. Yes, sister. Secure your own bag. I hope I'm helping somebody today. Tap the screen. Thank you, guys. 4.5K on TikTok on this live is liked. So now you mad, Theresa? Because they signed a statement on you. But you're not surprised. Listen, why do we get mad when God has already told you they're not your friend? See, I can look into the camera and say it. Because who is my mother? Who is my father? Who, and who? Listen, I ain't going to say who's going to check me because I know I got a Pastor Nicholas Cozy that will check me. Amen. And I hope he would check me because he's my leader. He should be checking me. See, a lot of people don't want to be checked. They want to be covered. They want the protection, right? They want the covering. They want all of that, but they don't want the correction. I won't steal Valerie Moore's word. I won't plagiarize. So now, you mad? You mad? Because not only did they could have caused you to go brain dead, running over you and not staying with you and getting the consequences just like you. No, they knock you over and get in their vehicle driving off. And I know it was nothing but the Holy Spirit that sent you back for me. I know it was nothing but God. Right? But the Lord said there has to be consequences for our action. Because God had already told me to stop. Right? The Lord already told me to stop. And listen, young Adele kept doing it. Because you know what? I've always been a hustler. Listen, for the streets. Listen. You might be taking it on one end, but baby, I'm going to go on over here and get it on this end. Because one thing I don't allow anybody to do, oh, God help the church. You ain't about to make me a pity party. You ain't about to make me shame. Think of that control spirit. Come to help somebody. I hope I'm helping you. TikTok, I love it. And I want to stay in the vein, Nicole. I want to stay in the vein. And I pray that you follow me. I pray that you link up with me. Because let me tell you something. Iron sharpens iron. Right? So now you're mad. Now you're mad because they betrayed you. When you already knew what they were capable of. Let me give it to you biblically. The warning comes before destruction. See? I don't have to quote scriptures. I don't have to be out here acting like I am Martin Luther King, I had a dream, and I don't got to do all of that. I'm going to flat foot tell you what thus saith Yahshua HaMashiach. You knew, Theresa, what you were doing was wrong, and you got to be careful who you rob the bank with. Okay? Listen, do y'all know one of my favorite movies? Set It Off. Listen, Set It Off. That's my movie. Titanic is another one. I got a heart for the Titanic. I can watch that 3-hour movie 100 times. Set It Off. I can watch it day in and day out. You got to be careful who you believe is your friend. Guess what happened? I bailed both of us out. I bailed them out, and I bailed out myself. Didn't know they signed a statement on me. Until when I went to court, I'm going to court on some, listen, this is my first arrest. I ain't never been arrested before. So listen, I know the law. See, when you're doing dirt, you better know the law. I knew the law. Okay. Listen, sis, ain't gonna be that harsh. Unless the judge, you're gonna try to make an example out of you. But I thank God on that good day, the judge wasn't looking to make an example out of me. So I went into the courtroom. It's T talking with Theresa. We're talking about dirty friends. We're talking about friends that don't really like you and never liked you from the beginning. We're talking about friends that will tell their friends all your secrets. We're talking about friends that will know a woman is dealing with a man that you're dealing with and will not tell you. The Lord got to literally prophetically tell you, and you tell them. And they said, who told you that? Yahshua Mashiach. So y'all better stop fooling around with these fake prophets that can give you a bent up word based on your emotions. It's called manipulation. It's called witchcraft. I come to help somebody today. I come to help. So all the while, I bail us out. We get out of jail. We go to court. I'm like, I know the law. I know what's up. Listen, when I'm out here, no, I already knew what's good. You see what I'm saying? Get to the court. I don't have a lawyer. I get to the court. I see her. I'm like, hey, wait a minute. She turned her head. Sis had a lawyer, y'all. I can't make up these stories. See, I'm giving y'all too much information because I need you to read the book. Sis had a whole lawyer. Sis had a whole lawyer, y'all. And me, just as dumb as a box of rocks, wasn't lawyered up at all because guess what? I knew the law. See that spirit of manipulation? I thought I knew. Thank God the judge ain't want to make an example out of the black girl. Oops. Now I see a lawyer that I know personally because he's working on a lawsuit for me from a car accident. And he says, Theresa, what you doing here? He said, what are you doing here? I said, well, this is what happened. I was in the store. That's what I did. And this is who I was with. They in there with a lawyer. He said, wait right here. I didn't even step into the courtroom. Y'all better catch this thing. When betrayal happens, even when God warned you, do you know that God can be your bridge over troubled water? See, take care of fools. He said that now. When you thinking foolishly, when you ain't in your right mind, you get what I'm saying? He took care of this fool because I was a fool on that day. I was a fool on that day. He went into the courtroom, y'all. This can't be no lie. I promise you I ain't lying. He goes into the courtroom. He goes into his pocket. He pulls something out that looks like a coin. Looks like a coin. He puts it back in his pocket. He presents my name. He says a couple of words. He comes back out. Mind you, I'm looking, because you know how the court doors back in the days had the little, the Hampden court, Cheshire court. He comes back. He said, you can leave. I said, what? He said, you can leave. I said, what? I had to ask a couple times. I ain't got no probation. I ain't going to jail for like 3 months. I ain't going for 6 months. Look, I ain't got nothing. He said, you can leave. I said, I don't have to do no volunteering. I don't have to do any of that. What do y'all call that? Community service? I ain't got to do none of that. He said, you can leave. He said, if you don't take that pretty face and get up out of here. He said, which one to charge you? I told you you can leave. Jesus will pay. Listen, he paid it at the cross because he already knew what my life was going to look like. You're not fooling God with your decision. Listen, he is the Son of Man that he shall not lie and he shall not repent. He knows no sin. He said, you can leave. But guess what happened with them? Y'all ready for the tea? They got probation. They got probation. And they try. Man, I come to help. I'm about to get off of here in 2 seconds. I come to help. They left with probation, and I left with a clean record. A clean record. But even in that, I still did not learn my lesson. Y'all ready? I learned my lesson with them. Right? In more ways than one. But I still ended up doing the same thing that I did, and I did it in a whole nother state with a whole nother friend. But can I tell y'all? Same situation happened. Listen, same situation happened, right? But they didn't leave me. Y'all better catch this. Because sometimes the Bible said that a just man falleth 7 times before getting up again. Listen, don't you think for one moment that you got this thing called sin on lock or under lock and key. Because it is only by the mere grace of God that you free. That you free from death and the grave. Listen, that you saved to him. I come to help somebody. So now, same situation, but they don't leave me. They don't make me stand there and hold the bag, right? They said I was a part of it. On their birthday, we up in a whole nother state getting it, right? But I didn't stop. I kept doing it even after that. That wasn't my first time again doing it. See, the hard-headedness. I kept doing it. And God was like, okay, now you playing with me. Now, see, because this is what we do. Lord, forgive me. Get me out of this. Lord, if you get me out of this, I won't do it no more. No, you lying. Listen, lying to the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. But guess what happened, y'all? Y'all ready for this? We talking about friendships. We're not saying that people have to agree with your sin. That's not what we're talking about. We're not talking about people glorifying your sin. We're talking about when people know that they were in the mess with you, they don't try to pull you down to get out. You know what she said? We was together. You know, we went to court. We went to court together. Listen, we both went to jail. We was in jail. Listen, we was in jail. They was crying. I was like, Lord, don't cry. Oh my God, I felt so bad. Listen, we got out. We laughed at it. We got on the train. We went to court. Do you know that the public defender they gave her one, didn't give me one? Because people always see me as the ringleader. Listen, even in wrongdoing, y'all better catch the nugget. Even in wrongdoing, the enemy can see the leadership on your life. And guess what? It wasn't my idea. It wasn't, right? It wasn't my idea. It was a joint decision. It was joint. But you know what? That friend, she was my friend. She didn't leave me holding the bag, y'all. The public defender that they gave her, they didn't give me one. Because they was going to bury me. Said to her, we know who the ringleader is. We see her on camera. We see you, yes. But she's the ringleader. They made a decision based on my aura, based on my makeup, based on, listen, your stature will say you the ringleader. You know what she said? We did it together. We going down together. And at that moment, y'all ready? At that moment, that's why when we got into problems, I gave her plenty of grace. Because guess what? That was the day I realized that she was my friend. That's what we both end up getting. Community service. Listen. We both end up getting community service. So listen, girl. I'm gonna get your paper signed. I'm gonna get my paper signed because my TC the pastor. Listen, my TC the pastor. So I'll tell, listen, you know the PK kids. Listen, That was my auntie, but she like my grandmother. Listen, so I was a PK kid. I slept in this woman's house. I went to church with her. I came to salvation because of my TT, not because of my mammy. I have my TT fill that paperwork out. Listen, girl, we ain't gonna do a day of community service. Listen, I was for the streets. I always had a slick one in me. And guess what? Guess what? We got out of that mess. I'm not glorifying sin, but what I'm saying is, be careful with these fake sisters. That one small altercation, right? One thing, right? They will throw you under the bus quickly. They will throw you up under the bus quickly and stand back and watch you go down. Listen, my sis, Miss Thompson, I'll give her last name. Listen, she said we came in here together, we did this together, we going down together. You know, she put me to the side. She said, oh, you know they're trying to get me to turn on you, but the devil is a liar. And we was both, listen, she was a PK kid too. Listen, her grandmother was into the things of God. She's a woman of God, okay? Listen, she said, we ain't doing that. We did it together. We ain't going down together. She's one of the few people that have entered my life that didn't seek to turn me in. That didn't seek to turn me in, y'all. Listen. And I'm trying to tell someone, I want to help somebody today. I want to help you today. I wasn't going in this way. I wasn't going this way. I was coming to talk about friendships. I was coming to talk about deception. I was coming to talk about betrayal. I was coming to talk about misleading friends. I was coming to talk about inconsistencies, right? I was coming to tell you to be careful of conflicts, because the first time you have a conflict, you're going to find out if they are your friend. That person, I can honestly say, we was friends. But even in that, she has a direction that she's in, right? But I have a direction that God called me to. So I had to make a decision to secure my election, right? But we remained friends as long as we could, right? We're not enemies, y'all. We're not enemies. We're not enemies. We don't have no beef. But I had to step away because, right? How many know sin be feeling good? Listen, keep it gangster now. Y'all ain't in no miserable world, sis. Cut it out, because you ain't. I had to make a conscious decision and say, if I don't step away from this or step away from these friendships, right? Or these encounters, Lovely won't die. Because that was my nickname in the street, Lovely. Okay? I need Pastor Theresa, prophetess, needs to be able to stand up and step up. So I had to break ties, right? Not, you ain't got to be beefing every time you and somebody break off. Because guess what? We'll come back together again. We'll come back together again. Hello, Pamela. That's one of my sis. We will come back together again, but because I'm on a different journey, right? I have no negative things to say about my friend. Miss Thompson was my friend. That was my ride or die. Listen, you know how people say they ride or die? Listen, baby. Listen, I told you I'm for the streets. Listen, Pastor got hood in her. I'm a hood baby. Listen, I'm educated. I got a few college degrees, okay? But guess what? I'm from the projects, okay? That person was a friend. But unfortunately, our paths, right, had to cross because I had to make a decision to yield to the things. Yes, Pamela, hood, baby. Tell them, listen, Pam, they don't know us. We was for the streets. Listen, listen, that's what I got to do to get it. Well, that's what I'm going to be doing. But ain't nobody willing to tell you that. So I'm coming to tell somebody today. It will not always be like this. Listen, Alicia, pop the trunk. Alicia, one of my sisters. That's one of my sisters. We hold each other accountable. Right, Alicia? Alicia don't be right. I be like, sis. We ain't doing that. You get what I'm saying? Come on. Or she be like, behave now. Theresa, behave, T. All right, you ain't behaving? Listen, we got little nicknames for each other because we don't know how to act sometimes. Right, Shardy? Right, Chardonnay? Where you at, Margarita? Listen, my friends got drink names. Listen, because guess what? Even though I am pastor, even though I am prophetess, listen, when I slipped and I fell, they didn't judge me. Listen, Alicia didn't change her posture. Pam didn't change her posture. Come on. Listen, Kelly, my road dog, didn't change her posture. Listen, even though me and Kelly had our differences, at the end of the day, you have to weatherproof your friendships. You got to make sure that those friendships can stand the test of time. Me and my sis on the boat, listen, on the boat, sleeping in the same room. We had our first argument, and we've been friends 10 years this October. We had our first argument last year, September, right? I believe it was end of September. Knockout, drag out argument. It had to sleep in the same room. And no, we wasn't on the carnival because, you know, the carnival make you act up, okay? We were on the MSC, right? But guess what? Other onlookers that try to now, come on, because I'm getting ready to say something. Because I know what happened. The Lord showed me. They took that one situation and, wait for it, they took that one situation in prior knowledge, prior information, because see what y'all doing is y'all giving people disclaimers about people. So now what people then use is prior information. And now one altercation and say, oh, she chaos, she drama. But you more drama than me, sis, because you stay gossiping. Oh, okay. Chin check. But our friendship stood the test of time. Do you know the Lord made sure we knew we had to sleep in that same room? We slept at, listen, the conjoined beds, because this is my traveling. That's my grandson's godmother. She my road dog. And people got mad because I said my roadie. That's my road dog. Listen, one thing about Kelly, Denise, okay? If I say I'm going to Kalamazoo, she going too. So anybody that got themselves emotionally involved, because prior knowledge or prior information, which you shouldn't even have listened to, we still friends. Listen, we still traveling. We can go to Aruba. While you all mad and not liking me, listen, Kelly, get ready to go with me to Aruba. Okay? I come to help somebody today. So you have to make sure your relationships are weatherproof. Right? My sister up here, right, Legacy? Yes, Legacy. We're still sisters. Tell them, sis, we had a knock out, drag out. Listen, knock out, drag out. Come on. I'm trying to invite you on the screen, Legacy, but it's not letting me. Why not? I'm going to invite you on. She's a witness. Me and her had to ride in the same vehicle for 7.5 hours after being mad at each other, after arguing on the good old MSC, the classy boat. We had to sleep in the same bed, right? We had to ride from Florida 7.5 hours together. And granted, 9 hours this year, because we the peapots, we getting old. So we stopped 100 times. But guess what? That's how you know if your friendship is real. Yes, and my sister Pam, they're going to catch us on the beach, baby. Listen. They're going to catch us on the beach, Pam. We outside. Listen, just call me out. Listen, my husband called me outside. That's what he called me. I'm outside, yeah. Listen, just call me outside if that's what you want to call me. So now, me and my sister, I don't know why you're not able to come up here, sis. Because I sent you an invite. I'm not sure if you're in a place where you have to reject it. I don't know why it's not allowing me to accept you. What's happening? There we go, Legacy. This is my sister, Legacy. Kelly, tell the people. Hello. I think my volume is not loud enough. Turn up your volume, sis. So this is my sissy. This is, Kelly is on TikTok, y'all. And tell them how we've been friends. Tell them how long we've been friends. First and foremost.
We met, and it was funny because I was, well, this part's not funny. I was dating someone that was a good friend of hers. 6 years prior. 6 years prior. And
follow me on TikTok.
my boyfriend passed away.